Welcome and what is up there, everybody? This is Casper Trader back here with another video today. And in today's video, we'll be talking about today and yesterday's extremely volatile days and how our portfolio has basically been affected by it. And as well as that, I'm going to be showing you guys the little options trading that I'm starting to do and how that's performing right now. So I'm super excited to get into today's video. But before we get into it, I'd really appreciate you guys could smash that like button below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys have not yet. I'd really appreciate it a ton. Alright guys, so as you can tell, my portfolio is at around $7,300. In the last week, we're up around 1.6%. But as you can tell, there has been a very large amount of movements. So as you can see, in the beginning of the week, we started off with around 7,200, climbed up to 7,300, and then we stayed around this mid area, and then we were back at 7,300 and some change. But then here comes July 13th, and there's a massive drop where our portfolio basically falls from 7,350 to 7,200. So that's around $150 basically overnight or in one 24-hour span. So our portfolio really did take a dip, but today we just had a huge recovery. We had a great recovery day today, and even after market hours, the market is still climbing. So I guess we're doing pretty good. But just to go on specifically, we can see that I'm holding a lot of stocks here, as well as some options, which I'm selling puts on, and that's been doing pretty well, helping the portfolio grow a lot. But as you can see, my portfolio is not extremely focused on a few stocks. It's pretty well diversified. Maybe it's not the best diversified portfolio, but that's not really what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for investing the majority of my money into a couple stocks that see a lot of growth ahead of them. And I just want to see a lot of growth instead of just preservation of capital, where if you're really diversified, then your money won't really grow. It'll just stay. It'll probably grow a few percent per year, but you have low risk, low reward, or you can go something higher risk, high reward, just something like I'm doing, which I'm not still doing super high risk, high reward, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit more active, I would say. So as you can see, we did purchase some Tesla recently. I bought $100 worth of Tesla yesterday, and that was at around $1,500. As you can see, before that, on April, I actually bought some Tesla. I bought like $23 worth of Tesla at $500 per share or less. Man, did I wish I bought a full share there. I wish I bought a full share back then. But as you can see, we're still up on our position a pretty decent amount, around $50 in total. And that's only owning 0.1 shares, so 11% of a share basically. And I'm not really exactly sure about Tesla. It's an extremely volatile stock right now. And if you take a look, there's not many companies that have a market cap as large as Tesla that are in the car industry. But who knows? Maybe in the future, everyone's going to be driving Teslas. But the one thing I'm worried about with Tesla is that everyone is assuming that, oh, Tesla is going to take over the world. Everyone's going to drive Teslas and electrical vehicles. But there's always people out there. There's tons and tons of people. Maybe not a huge percentage, but there's a percentage of people out there that just aren't a fan of electrical cars in general. And they just prefer gasoline-based cars, where all you do is fill up the tank at the gas station and boom, you're driving. You don't need to charge the car. There's no complications. Usually probably older people. So maybe as time changes, there's more young people who come into the car buying space, blah, 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 blah. Then there might be a larger market just slowly building up for Tesla. But right now at this moment, there's still a lot of older people who aren't really going to buy Teslas. Basically because of the whole modern technology, which younger people, of course, are going to have a lot of experience with newer technology, but those older people, not really. So I think that Tesla's market is growing, which is good, but right now at the price it's at, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. To me, it feels a little bit overhyped. Like the price, any stock that's worth a decent amount, it's not a penny stock, moving up what was it? It moved from $1,000 or a little less than $1,000 to $1,700 in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It almost doubled in price. And this is a $200 billion market cap plus company. So I don't know. It's being really volatile for now. And I might be looking to buy some more fractional shares. And maybe hopefully in the future build up to a full share of Tesla, because I do see potential in it. I do see a lot of potential in it in the future, but I honestly think that I'm going to wait through the volatility because right now it's moving so much. I'm just going to wait it out and see what happens later. I was really close to buying a big amount of Tesla, like a big chunk of a Tesla share, but I decided to invest that into options, which I'll show you guys how that is going. We're currently selling puts on TNA, and that's been doing us pretty well. This is a basically ETF, which is 3 times more volatile than basically the normal stock market. I'm pretty sure it's 3x ETF. And what we're currently doing on this stock is pretty simple. It's similar to call credit spreads and put credit spreads. I do have a video about that. I could put it in the corner right here if you guys are interested in that. But this is similar to doing call and put credit spreads because you're basically betting on the stock not going above or beneath a certain price. Well, I'm probably going to be doing put credit spreads most of the time because the stock market generally goes up. So I'll probably be doing put credit spreads, which is me basically betting on the stock not going below a certain price. For example, this option that I have right here, I'm selling a put and I'm betting that TNA will not fall below $24.5 per share, which I saw as the support in the stock charts. And right now it's sitting at $27 per share. So it's going to have to move a lot in order to hit that price, where I have to basically buy 100 shares, be forced to buy 100 shares of the stock at this price. But in this case, which my options are expiring Friday, I don't think that's going to happen, meaning I'll probably end up with a nice profit. And I especially like doing it with TNA and other leverage ETFs because I noticed that their premiums are much larger. And especially if you're betting on something that usually goes up in the long term, I don't see it as a super risky investment because even if you get assigned those 100 shares, which I could do a whole video about selling puts and stuff, but I'll just want to get some more experience with it first. But once you get assigned those 100 shares, there's no like date that you have to sell them. They're your 100 shares, and you could sell one, you can sell all of them anytime you want. So you can just basically hold them and wait until they go up if this stock usually just generally goes up. So yeah, that's basically my plan with options. And as you can see, the portfolio has been benefiting from it a decent amount because today alone, if we take a look, today's returned $62 of my 116 gain today are from options. So more than half is just from options today. So that's doing pretty well to our portfolio. And I might be looking to just focus on selling options like a decent amount, like 50% of my portfolio might be selling puts and 50 might be just investing in the long term and just great growth companies. I'm not really sure. That's just a thought and an idea in the making, but that's just an idea. And if we take a look, I'm going to show you guys the biggest holdings in my portfolio just to show you guys how they have performed in the last week. Basically the last 2 days mostly because it was super volatile in the last 2 days. Because these small ones don't really affect my portfolio that much. So we'll start with maybe Visa, which I guess we can include Skyworks too because I already have like $200 in that one as well. Skyworks in the last week has actually done not too well. It's down in the week overall. But as you can see, it also had a huge run up and then dipped down. I guess that's going to be the same thing for every company. So I'll just show you guys basically the total return on the investment, which is around 9%. Pretty good. But with Skyworks, I'm just holding this stock for the long term. Even if there's like super volatile things going on, I'm still going to hold on to these. But yeah, that's some Skyworks that I'll show you guys and that I showed you guys. But honestly, if I go through all these stocks, they'll probably have the same chart or at least a similar chart, except for Tesla, which I'll show you guys. Actually, I'm not sure if I showed in the beginning of the video. But yeah, I'll show you guys Tesla. And the majority of the stocks follow the stock market in general, so it won't be a huge different chart pattern where one stock just kept going up and didn't get affected at all, except for Tesla, which it did definitely get affected and actually a decent amount. But it had a huge run up and it's still stabilizing. Like in the last week, it's still up 11% compared to like Skyworks, which is down overall in the week. So Tesla's still doing pretty well, even though it had a huge drop like yesterday from 1,750 down to 1,500. At a certain point, it was in like 1,450. So yeah, Tesla did drop a lot, but it's slowly recovering. and it didn't go down as low as it was like in the beginning of the week, so that's pretty good. And yeah, that's basically how our portfolio has performed over the last week. I guess it's doing pretty well, especially in the last 2 days, the volatile days. I think that these options are going to be helping us build our portfolio a lot, and I might want to be find some way to get some capital to keep trading these put options. So instead of just selling one, I could do two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe not at the same time. Like take that much money from somewhere and put it into here, whether that's selling stocks or depositing more. I slowly want to ease into it and maybe make this a bigger portion of my portfolio, basically. But yeah, that's basically how our portfolio is doing. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.